welcoming you to our chair yoga class for today. I'm so grateful that you found your way here, and you are welcome here in whatever state of being you're in. Today we are dedicating our yoga practice to those who might be impacted by the impending Hurricane Milton storm. Specifically, we want to create a protective bubble around folks who have property in Florida and our precious beings who work at the IWMF, including Shelley. So we're going to be dedicating our practice to those people in the path of the storm today in the United States of America, who we're just going to be keeping our fingers crossed for you today, friends. So let's go ahead and get started with our chair yoga, which will help us just navigate whatever we're navigating and address that low-hanging fruit of stress that we all seem to have at varying levels, depending on what we're experiencing. One of our friends here before I pressed the record button said, we're watching and waiting, not only with this disease, but with this storm. And that watching and waiting vibe can be a very anxious, anxiety-provoking thing. Or I'm watching and waiting to see what the results of my test will be, blood test, or the results of my treatment. Will it affect me positively? So when we're in this, this stressful state, there are many things we can do to attend to that. So we're going to start today, friends, with the feet on the earth. So I'd love if you could find a way to position yourself so you can really feel the feet on the ground. Feeling the feet on the ground. And maybe sitting up nice and tall, shrugging the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. If you're wearing glasses, you could take the glasses off, and we'll just rub the hands together and infuse the hands with care and compassion, kindness towards one's own self. So just infusing the hands with kindness. And then we're going to loosely cup the palms over the eyes. So we'll take a moment to just drink in a little bit of rest here, a little bit of stillness, rolling the eyes around within the eye sockets. Feeling those feet on the earth, and maybe drawing in a few mindful breaths. Easy breath in. Easy breath out. And then let's go ahead and slowly bring the hands down away from the face and blink the eyes open. Okay, and come back to our yoga sequence here. So let's begin with a little bit of movement. We're going to open the arms out to the sides and bring those arms back behind as you arch the back. If this feels okay, maybe it is just one arm doing this. And we're just sort of taking a temperature here. How does this feel? And then I'm going to bring my arms in front. And today we're going to cross the palms over each other, over the chest, and maybe hook the thumbs together. And I'm going to just lift one hand at a time in what's called our butterfly hug that our friend Catherine taught us a long time ago, that we haven't done in a while. So we're kind of creating a little bit of synchrony here. One hand lifting, the other hand lifting, patting the chest. But we're also bringing our awareness to the chest. This is a good place to start our practice today as we look for some support for our immune system health. Opening the arms out to the sides, arching the back, big breath in. Exhale, hands on the chest, opposite hand on top. Maybe you interlock the thumbs and we're just lifting one hand at a time and patting the chest. And this was a practice that was shared with us for calming anxiety. Once again, let's open the arms out. Big breath in. Exhale, opposite hand on top, both hands resting on the sternum, on the chest. Maybe the thumbs are interlocked and we're just lifting one hand at a time and patting the chest. If you recall, when we did our lymph flow sequence, we started with the chest. And so that's sort of, my session here is sort of designed to move in the direction that we did during that sequence. And one last time, we'll open the arms out to the sides, maybe a little bit farther back behind you. Maybe you can lift the heart a little bit higher. Take a breath. And exhale, last time, butterfly hug. And that's those wings of your hands beating on your chest. And you can use this as a tool to manage stress and anxiety in the moment while something stressful is happening. All right. Now I'm just going to bring my hands down into my lap and just move my head from side to side. So tilting that right ear to the right shoulder, I'll breathe into center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Just exploring, moving side to side with my head, moving with my breath, and moving now the neck, the area in the neck. So we know this, we have a lot of lymph nodes in the neck. So thinking about that. Moving the head from side to side with the breath. Maybe one more on each side. You got it. And then I'm going to take my hands and just lightly stroke my neck in a downward movement away from my ears towards my collarbone. And just a gentle, gentle amount of pressure moving downward. Beautiful. Working with immune system support today. This is something that we care deeply about as folks caring for Waldenstroms. Our immune system health is very important because Waldenstrom's is a cancer of the lymphatic system, which is a vital part of the immune system. We want to do everything we can to support immune system health. All right, so we did about, 10 of those little neck strokes. Now I'm going to bring my arms out to the sides like a cactus. So we moved the chest, we moved the neck. Now we're going to think about the shoulders and the armpits a little bit. So I've got my arms out to the sides with my elbows bent like a cactus in the desert. And then I'm going to squeeze my arms together and zip up the forearms, press the palms together. We're breathing in, opening, breathing out, closing. Connecting that breath with the movement is what creates our whole body-mind practice, right? That thread of the breath, weaving it all together. Opening and closing at your pace. Maybe you want to do a little resistance, really press. Maybe you're not feeling too energetic today and you just want a light touch. So we're going to make sure that whatever we do today, we're guarding our energy like a savings account. We don't want to spend too much. Right? We don't want to take out too much. Maybe we take one more, open and close. And this time I'm going to give myself a hug and rest my hands on my shoulders and give my shoulders a little squeeze. I don't know why, but for some reason Zoom is interpreting this motion as fireworks. So it's showing fireworks across my screen. It's a very good movement. Zoom really likes this movement. So I am squeezing the shoulders just like our teacher who was here earlier this year teaching us about lymph flow taught us to do. All right. And then I might take another set of these opens and closes like a cactus. I'm breathing in, opening, breathing out, pressing the forearms and the hands together and doing this a few more times. So you see the whole upper body is getting the lymph fluid pumped and moved. You got it. Welcoming you, Pat. If I didn't see your name before there. And I might take one more. You got it, Gordon. Beautiful. And I'm going to give myself another hug, opposite arm on top, and I'm going to put my hands on my shoulders and give another little squeeze. All right. Then I might take a little bit of a wider stance with my feet. My feet are still on the earth. And I'm going to lift that right arm up and lean over to the left side, exposing the right side of my body. Take a big breath. Exhale back through center. You got it. See how this side feels. Inhale the left arm up and over, reaching to the right, anchoring down through the feet and the seat, flowing from side to side. And so now maybe we start to identify with the armpits a little bit mentally. Right? So I'm exposing the armpits, I'm getting the lymph fluid moving. And I might even, as I take this right arm up, I might even do a little gentle squeeze of my armpit, right? So like I'm kneading dough with my left arm coming up and grabbing that right armpit, doing a little knead. And then I might go ahead and switch sides, left arm up and over. I'm pumping in towards the chest, if that feels okay for you. All right, and then I'm coming back. And I might just do one more side bend on each side to kind of get everything flowing. Beautiful. All right, then I'm going to bring my hands, my palms to face up. Just move back a little bit. I've got my arms flush to my body, my elbows are bent, my palms are facing up, and I'm just going to slowly slide my hands apart away from my midline, like I am holding two dinner plates and serving one person on one side and the other side. Bringing them back to center and opening. So really wonderful movement for the shoulders, the rotator cuffs and the shoulders. And my physical therapist also gives this to me for posture, so you can feel the muscles in the upper back squeezing as you do this. He calls them gimme money, though, like you're opening your hands out and asking for money. So opening and closing a few more times. Very good. And I'm thinking now, my mind is sort of on my elbows, another place where we have some lymph nodes. And I'll just do some loose bicep curls. So I'm pumping the lymph fluid. Yeah, maybe it's one at a time. Maybe it's two at a time. Getting everything moving. All right, maybe you want to take that sip of water for hydration. Very important for immune system health to be fully hydrated. And I'm going to move a little farther away and take that wide stance. Once again, that wide stance. With my feet on the earth and my seat in the chair, I'll begin to circle my torso, moving in one direction. Can you find your breath? Very good. Moving in a circular motion with the whole torso. The feet are on the earth. Hands are maybe on the knees. And now I'm kind of thinking about my rib cages. And there might even be a little bit of spinal movement here, circling back in the other direction. And we have all these lymph nodes also in our abdomen. So coming back to center, I might take my hands on my belly with my thumbs meeting at my belly button. And I'm just taking some circles with both hands, right? Or I might want to do one big circle going in a clockwise direction. Just rubbing my hands over my abdomen. This is great for digestion, great for getting things moving if we are experiencing constipation, which can be a result of some of the meds we take. Such a pain, literally can be such a pain. Very good. And then let's go ahead and just take the feet back a little bit towards center and rest the hands in the lap. And we'll pause here to take some belly breaths together. So you can get your feet on the earth, nice tall spine, and notice that feeling of vitality in the upper body from our movement. You could close your eyes, as I said, and just begin to move the mind down to the belly. Allow the belly to soften. And as you breathe, maybe you can feel the sensation of the belly filling like a balloon and releasing. Taking some easy breaths into the belly and out of the belly. Maybe we can imagine the diaphragm pushing down as we breathe in, coming back up as we breathe out. Inhale, belly rises. Exhale, belly fall. Taking a few more belly breaths at your own pace. It's something we can do to build up our resilience, to help with stress management. All right, and then coming back from our little pause for some belly breath. And I think that that's a great thing you can weave into your day, right? Just sitting and taking some belly breaths throughout the day. So I'm going to grab onto the back of my right knee here and give a little bit of a pumping motion to the back of